Good afternoon. So this is for sociology orientation. Okay. So most of you, I believe that, are you carrying syllabus copy? Syllabus copy? No. They'll provide you the syllabus copy now. Don't worry. They'll provide you the syllabus copy in detailed. What is that we are going to study? Okay. How many of you they have this sociology background? Don't tell we used to have social sciences in school. Okay. How many of you are from sociology background? No one. Okay. No problem. School, excellent. Even I used to have in school. Chalo. How many attended the previous orientation? Orientation 1, orientation 2? No. This is the first orientation. First orientation. Okay. Chalo, done. Alright. Again, introduction. Morning you had my introduction, na? So we met in the morning. Is it the same batch? Oh, almost. Almost the similar batch. What we are dealing. Morning you were there? Morning you were there? No. Okay. How many were there for morning batch? All. Okay. Rashira, question? Durkirga. Class okay, fine. You'll get a syllabus copy. Take the syllabus copy. Then we'll have an idea. What is that we are going to do? Okay. You'll get, not an issue. Chalo. Now, from the day we start sociology optional, okay, and lot of people have a common queries. First I'll take common queries, then I'll explain you about the optional, then we'll get into the optional. So first understand the query of, I mean, you might also be having the similar query. నన్ను కూడా కలిపేసిరు కావాలో ఓకే జస్ట్ వాళ్ళు అటు సైడ్ ఫేసింగ్ నేను ఇటు సైడ్ ఫేసింగ్ అంతే డిఫరెన్స్ ఇదేనా నార్మల్ బోర్డ్ okay. How many of you, like, they are aware of syllabus without touching this copy? How many of you are aware of syllabus of sociology? No, just they called. So okay, so fine. Chalo. Sociology optional, like other optionals, it carries 500 marks, 250 marks each paper. Second, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 and paper 2, I'll brief first what is there in paper 1. Okay, in paper 1 we have 10 chapters. In paper 2 we have 3 sections. Each section has different chapters in paper 2. Paper 1 and paper 2 together 500 marks. Now I'll put a dot here. Let us take the trend of sociology. Why do most of the students take sociology as their optional? And why should you choose sociology as an optional? Is it necessity that you should choose an easy optional? Obviously, yes. Why? We have not come here to do any PhD. We have come here to use the optional as an ladder to score more, get an interview call, pack your bags, clear this exam, and go for training. As simple as that. You're not here to spend year on years. You're here to take an optional which can be useful for you in different aspects. Ensure to follow the trend. Trend is very important. Never ever choose optional blindly. My roommate told me to take this optional. Someone nearby tea shop has suggested me to take this optional. My told to take this optional. So together we can go. So ఇవన్నీ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ వరకు ఇట్ వాజ్ ఓకే. నాన్న చూడు పడి పడి నవ్వుతున్నాడు. ఇవన్నీ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ వరకు ఓకే. యూ టుక్ మ్యాథ్స్, ఐ ఆల్సో టుక్ మ్యాథ్స్, టుగెదర్ వీ కెన్ గో టు ట్యూషన్. ఇవన్నీ అయిపోయిన అక్కడ వరకు. హియర్ దే ఆర్ సో మెనీ థింగ్స్ అండ్ which will actually decide you to choose optional. How and why. How to choose a better optional and why to choose a best optional. How to choose a better optional and why to choose a best optional. First important, as I said, trend. What do you mean by trend? What is happening? What is happening is called as trend. Most ranks, first most important point, most ranks are from sociology only. The second, challenge you. Rank 2, 5th, 7th, n number of ranks under 20, under 50, under 100 are from sociology. This is called trend. Market lo UPSC will choose some optional. Scaling of that optional is very high. It will the trend graph. A graph lo a particular optional choose cheskoni you should get into that bus. That's it. Pack your bags and leave. And choose the optional in that way where very smartly it is going to help you to get a good rank, reduce your work. How does it will reduce your work? Simple. What is the correlation of option? What is the correlation of the optional? Correlation of sociology. Correlation of sociology, especially paper 2 of sociology. Especially paper 2 of sociology నేను ఎంత వైడ్గా చెప్తానంటే, ఇండియన్ సొసైటీ వి జస్ట్ స్టార్టెడ్ మార్నింగ్ డెమోగ్రఫీ, జస్ట్ డెఫినేషన్ అది. నీకు 2 weeks 3 weeks వరకు మీరు వింటారు నాతో. Indian society, you will travel for 2 to 3 weeks and you will read that in very much in depth in sociology. Just understand how much command the paper 2 of sociology, especially paper 2 of sociology, it will be having a greater correlation with essay. First point, you need not prepare an essay separately like how other people do. For sociology optional people, for essay, especially second section of essay, where 4 essays will be given. For example, 2 aitene judagane find out cheskunta. This I read it in sociology. And do not take my words blindly. Take previous year questions of general studies and especially essay. Essay previous year's questions. Go through them. Take your paper to sociology syllabus and you can match at least 2 essays. At least 2 essays. Whichever essay you're confident, you'll pick one and you'll write. That means a gifted. So why are like sociology optional is reflected? Because it is all about society. All about what is happening in society. Yesterday there was a massive protest. Yesterday, you must be knowing there was a massive protest. Where did it held? Okay. in Delhi. And you know the reasons. I explained in demography also. Growing population, growing demands. Growing population leads to growing demands. Quotation lichi, write down 100. What all you studied in demography, what all you studied in sociology paper 2, without using thinkers, you'll write completely in your essay. That's why sociology students score very good mark in essay. 125 marks all చేతిలో ఉంటాయి. Section 1 is what you have to work hard. How to choose section 1 essays also, and how your optional will be useful, and then optional classes చెప్తా. Next, what is the other correlation of sociology paper 2? GS papers. GS paper 1. We discussed what comes in GS paper 1, Indian society. GS paper 2, what comes in GS paper 2? Social justice. GS paper 3, what comes in GS paper 3? Socio-economical part. GS paper 4, what comes in this? Ethics. Ethics. Lot of ethics content and case studies, especially the case studies. Examples, case studies, we will study in sociology paper 2. That's why sociology paper 2 is massively useful. వీళ్ళు ఎంత తెలివిగా తీసుకుంటారండి sociology. Lot of students in Delhi and etc. Why do they choose sociology and why do more ranks on sociology? What all you read in sociology paper 2, it is in GS. I don't read them again. Sociology చదివినా చాలు. The same content you will go and write in the exam. That's why your burden in the mains examination with sociology paper 2, paper 1 అనట్లేదు, sociology paper 2 will be much reduced, 50% తగ్గిపోతుంది. Here Indian society features, demography, women related aspects. Here land reforms, green revolution, issues faced by the farmers, women empowerment, child labor, migration, displacement, LPG models, development and displacement. What all you have in the GS paper 3, we have directly in paper 2. ఇట్లా చెప్తున్నారు డైరెక్ట్గా అంటే సిలబస్ కాపీ ఉంది ఇప్పుడు చేతిలో. ఓకే, వి విల్ టేక్ దోస్. ఫస్ట్ పేపర్ 2 మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. దెన్ వాట్ ఆల్ ఐ సెడ్ హియర్, ఇట్ ఈస్ యాక్చువల్లీ రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ దెర్. సో వీ విల్ హ్యావ్ ఏ ఫుల్ ప్రూఫ్ దట్ వాట్ ఆల్ ఐ సెడ్ ఇట్స్ అప్లికబుల్. Again, I repeat, you're not come here to choose or to do something very different than what people are doing. Choose something which is common, helpful, and choose something which is making you better in scoring very, very good marks. If I don't say this, a lot of people will regret. మొత్తం తిరుగుతారు, మళ్ళీ వస్తారు. ఈ స్పెషల్ బ్యాచ్ ఒకటి ఉంటుంది, అప్పుడు ఒక చాప్టర్ అయిపోయి ఉంటుంది అక్కడ. సార్ మళ్ళీ ఇది రిపీట్ చేస్తారా? ఇవన్నీ ఈ స్పెషల్ కేసెస్ మస్తు ఉంటాయి మన దగ్గర. ఈ రెమీడియల్ క్లాసెస్ మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళని యాడ్ చేయడం, ఇంకా వాళ్ళు ఆల్రెడీ చాప్టర్ వైజ్ దిల్ కీప్ రైటింగ్ టెస్ట్. Even if it is GS or if I teach essay or if I teach sociology, I have an habit of giving class notes and conducting a test. Daily you will be writing one question in sociology and in GS. You will get it corrected. And end of the chapter, you will write one test with everyone. So that is how it goes. This is the functionality, the structure which we have maintained in AKS for sociology. And socio-economical part, green revolution, land reforms. Green revolution, you have land reforms, we have, or any sort of basic infrastructure, medical infrastructure, child labor. Everything we read in socio-economical part, reports, index, is directly reflected in our syllabus of paper 2. Ethics, case studies, thinkers. For example, we will be studying thinkers. Thinkers chapter paper 1 and paper 2. In sociology, sociology is only one optional which has very limited thinkers. Very limited thinkers. In paper 1, Western thinkers. Paper 1, Western thinkers, we have Karl Marx, we have Emil Durkheim, we have Weber, we have Talcott Parson, we have Robert K. Merton, we have Mead. How many? 6. Khatam. Only 6 thinkers, and only optional which has very less thinkers is sociology. And sociology paper 2, we have Indian thinkers. We have Indian thinkers. First one, M.N. Srinivas, A.R. Desai, G.S. Ghure. 3. Close. Paper 1, we have 6. Paper 2, we have Indian thinkers. 3. Our Indian thinkers, one Indian thinker, M.N. Srinivas, right from the school age we have studied. What is the most important concept he has given? M.N. Srinivas, the most important concept we studied in school. Yes, Sanskritization. Very nice. Sanskritization. What do you mean by Sanskritization? Lower caste people trying to imitate and occupy upper caste. Why? What? How we'll be studying? We will be studying first M.N. Srinivas' mindset. What is his mindset? His mindset, he has observed there are certain set of people who wants to practice purity. The two important aspects in most of the religion, if you take, there's a concept of pure and there's a concept of impure. True? Obviously, yes. Did religion made pure and impure, or people made it? People made it. That's what M.N. Srinivas says. He went to Karnataka. He stayed in Karnataka, Rampura village, Coorg. He observed what is happening. People are not being allowed. Temple entry, water usages, commensality ante endi? Sitting together and have food. No, you cannot eat with me. I belong to upper caste. You cannot eat with me. Who can eat with me? Only who have the similar caste. Even though you have similar class is based on wealth. Class is based on wealth. Caste is based on birth. Class is achievement. Caste is ascription. ఇట్లాంటి వర్డ్ జిఎస్ లో కూడా కేస్ స్టడీస్ లో కూడా వాడవచ్చు. అస్క్రిప్షన్ అంటే ఏంది? మై మదర్ గేవ్ మీ బర్త్, ఐ విల్ క్యారీ ద సర్నేమ్ ఆఫ్ ఈదర్ మై మదర్ ఆర్ ఫాదర్, which is considered to be called as what? Ascription, which means I got it from birth. Blood relation I have with them, they belong to one caste, they gave me the same caste. People with upper caste can be lower class. అర్థమవుతుందా? People with upper caste can be lower class. People with lower caste is not essentially other side. Or people with lower caste can be upper class. They may be rich, but the caste is poor, low. Which means this was actually described by M.N. Srinivas. Beautifully he will write his theory. What I observed, what I noticed. Commensality means what? Ascription means what? What are you things you are getting it from the birth, and how people are being treated in Karnataka, in the Coorg village, Rampura village, etc. So we will follow the guidelines given by M.N. Srinivas. Give చదవాలి, give వస్తే give రాయాలి, ఇంకా కథం. Simple words. So same way, Desai and Ghure, they would have also, all these three, they are called as what? Indologist antar. Who is called as Indologist? Indology means what? Study of India is called as Indologist. All they have studied about what? India. India's caste, India's class, India's culture, India's diversity, etc. Superb. You will enjoy the thinkers of paper 2. Chala takko 3 members. But 3 members gave a very good knowledge about India, India's caste, India's diversity, India's tribes, categories of BCs, SCs, STs, how is their behavior, how the society is treating, what is the role of constitution, how constitution has helped them. All these things will be studying in paper 2. Special thing. Very easy. Paper 2 thinkers are very easy. ఇక ఒకసారి చెప్తే గుర్తుండిపోతాయి. టర్మ్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి అంతే. అస్క్రిప్షన్, అచీవ్మెంట్, commensality, such kind of terms which we use applicable. And most thinkers, for example, in paper 1, Karl Marx. Paper 1 Karl Marx is the most important thinker. Question is inevitable. అంటే ఏంది, డెఫినెట్లీ క్వశ్చన్ వస్తుంది. And paper 1 and paper 2 thinkers, only thinkers, almost I will teach 1 month. If we could finish optional in 4 to 5 months, almost thinkers I will teach 1.5 month వరకు ఇవే చెప్తూనే ఉంటా. Why? Because thinkers are considered as heart for sociology. మీకు ఒక్కసారి థింకర్స్ మీద, if you have got a very good content and you have developed classes, thinkers చెప్పేటప్పుడు రెగ్యులర్గా జనరల్లీ పీపుల్ లైక్ ఇట్స్ హౌస్ఫుల్ for sociology classes, people జాగ్రత్త వింటారు. Why? Because entire sociology is one side, thinkers are on other side. If you catch the perspective of thinkers, for every thinker we will be giving you keyword. I will be giving a keyword. ఆ keyword ని పట్టుకొని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలా. Karl Marx. Karl Marx says communism. Communism means no role of private property, which means what he is talking about, man, resources, communism, ఇంకా ఈ డైరెక్షన్లోనే తిరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది కంప్లీట్గా. సో కార్ల్ మార్క్స్ విల్ స్పెండ్, వాట్ డిడ్ హీ సే ఇన్ దట్ ఏజ్, వాట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్ ప్రెసెంట్, అండ్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ సో డిఫికల్ట్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ థింకర్స్. ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఎ స్టోరీ. ఇట్ విల్ గో లైక్ ఎ స్టోరీ. ఆ స్టోరీని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. షుడ్ కీప్ రైటింగ్ ద ఆన్సర్. సేమ్ వే ఇంటర్లింక్డ్, this guy Emmanuel Durkheim will carry few thoughts of Karl Marx. And Talcott Parson and Weber are interrelated. In a student, you are student of mine, I am student of someone. That's the how. And the last thinker is Mead, G.H. Mead. Very interesting guy. So simple thinkers, Indian, and knowledgeable. You will get good knowledge where you can use them in essay quotes. అన్ని థింకర్స్ ఎస్ఏలో రాయవద్దు. అండ్ హూఎవర్ టేక్ సోషాలజీ అని ఆప్షనల్, యాజ్ పర్ వెబర్ అని చెప్పి రాయవద్దు. వాళ్ళకి అర్థం కావాలి కదా వెబర్. కార్ల్ మార్క్స్ వెల్ నోన్. హౌ మెనీ ఆఫ్ యూ నో కార్ల్ మార్క్స్? ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఎవ్రీ వన్. నాట్ డైరెక్ట్లీ, బట్ బుక్స్ వగేరా వగేరా యూ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ స్టడీడ్ అబౌట్ కార్ల్ మార్క్స్. So most of them know Karl Marx. It's not very much not to be known about the Karl Marx. Most of them know. Kabatti thinkers you can use. Thinkers you can use in essay. You can write the quotes of thinkers in essay, and ethics lo kuda rayavachu. ఏ thinkers వాడాలి, which are thinkers you can use అనేది I'll teach you in the classes. ఇవి తీసుకోండి, essay లో పెట్టండి. Case studies. Case studies lo what all the thinkers are there? Plato, Aristotle, Karl Marx, ఓకే, మీడ్, ఇమాల్ దర్కైమ్. ఇది ఇంట్లో పెట్టుకోండి, సిలబస్లో ఉన్నాయి డైరెక్ట్గా. కాబట్టి వాట్ యూ స్టడీ హియర్, వాట్ యూ స్టడీ దిస్ పార్ట్, ద సేమ్ థింగ్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్, ఆల్మోస్ట్ సిమిలర్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద కేస్ స్టడీస్. అవర్ టేక్ దట్ అండ్ థ్రో ఇట్ హియర్. యూ నీ నాట్ రైట్ ఎనీథింగ్ న్యూ. ఇట్స్ మీన్ choose something which will reduce your work. That's why I told you. You should be so smart in UPSC. Like, for example, someone asked me like, why should I take, never normal counseling question, why should I take sociology and optional? Don't take. Simple, don't take. You take English literature, Hindi literature, up to you. If you have got so much of time, first point, so much of interest, and you have got very good resources, and you have got people to guide you, conduct test, conduct mentorship, make you write the answers, take a stick and ask you to write. or have a regular in touch, then please go ahead and take any optional. Take mathematics, take Hindi, take English literature. You can do it whatever you want. I'll question you, what is the correlation with your interview? Correlation with your prelims? Correlation with your essay? Correlation with the GS is zero. That means what a student with the optional who will read here, you are one step actually behind. That's where the optional matters. Whichever optional you take. Friend cheppindu, chai wala cheppindu అని కాదు. You sit, take the syllabus, decide, talk to yourself, take some time and choose that optional which has got good rank, good score, easy, having a great correlation with your GS subjects. తీసుకోవాలా ఇంకా అవే చదవాలా. ఆప్షనల్ క్లాస్ నోట్స్, సేమ్ థంబ్ రూల్, no material will be given because maybe most of them in Ashok Nagar they give material, handouts ఇచ్చేస్తారు, ఇక టాపిక్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు. నా ఒక 6 years ఆఫ్ టీచింగ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్లో ఐ హ్యావ్ నెవర్ గివెన్ హ్యాండ్అవుట్స్. ఇవి ఇచ్చేస్తా ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్, మళ్ళీ మనం ఇవ్వం కాబట్టి. సిలబస్ కాపీ, ఐల్ గివ్ అన్ హ్యాండ్అవుట్. టెస్ట్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఐల్ గివ్ క్వశ్చన్ పేపర్. దట్స్ ద ఓన్లీ హ్యాండ్అవుట్స్ విచ్ ఐల్ గివ్ యూ. అండ్ దేర్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ ప్రొజెక్టెడ్ ఆన్ the board. I don't need, I will draw. So what is there to draw in social? You will understand. What is there I will draw? So much thematic presentation. Thematic means what? The content. You're actually putting that content in the picture form so that the examiner is getting attracted. For example, Karl Marx says historical materialism. Historical materialism lo, he'll say man is having a relation with man. Man can have a relation with things. Man and things. And man relation is growing. Man and things relation will also go. We never used to have this digital board. What you used to have earlier in the school? Tuck, 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 tuck. Remember, what is that? Blackboard, just rubbing it, go out. The class leader will be there now. He will take and he'll just put up the dust and he'll come out and write, he will write date. Remember? Number of people, students present, absent today and signed by teacher. Same thing. So you are all from digital board? Same, na? Good. Then how that has been transformed into, when you move into graduation or inter or into degree. Even I was in Narayana Chaitanya. Same product. Narayana Chaitanya. Narayanguda. So we used to have green board with chalk piece. Then that got transformed, second year inter, then that got transformed into marker. And sir was very serious on me. So I brought gift, permanent marker. So it's very difficult to rub. Then that got transformed into what? Now kids are having digital boards. So man and the things are growing. Man and the man relation is also growing. So koni keywords untai. A keywords, so present relevance examples are all. It's not very tough, it's very easy. Man and the man and the things. How will you relate? They are people, set of people like haves, people who have everything, have nots, people who do not have anything. So thematic presentation, haves, concentration of wealth, dispersion of wealth. Thematic. Even though you are writing in a paragraph, present them in a thematic way so that it will add some advantage to you. When I look at the paper, when I correct the paper, I should feel that something unique you have written. Ye veelake marks padtayi. Andar baar rastaru. Andar baar rayalani untaru. Who does not want to write well? Everyone wants to write well. Everyone wants to get into the service. The person who make a proper and a very good presentation. Karl Marx andar ade chadutaramma. Em unique untadi inga. But people who will make a unique presentation, it makes difference for them. Handwriting matters. Question again. It does not matter. If your handwriting is understandable, neek gaadu. Evaluate చేసేస్తాను. మన handwriting మనకు అమృతం లెక్క ఉంటుంది. It is been understandable, readable, conveying some message, then it is enough. That's a good handwriting. And write an answer with a thematic presentation, etc., making use of thinkers, you will do well. Next, on an average, you can score 280 in sociology. 280 plus తెచ్చుకుంటేనే, because when an optional is having so much chance, 280 నుండి 315 వరకు we have scope, 320 వరకు we have scope. They are students, they are female aspirants. నేను ఒకసారి చెక్ చేసిన రీసెంట్ రిజల్ట్స్లో మొత్తం ఐ ట్రై టు చెక్. 310 దాటిన వాళ్ళు అందరు అమ్మాయిలే ఉన్నారు. అది ఏం యూనిక్ నాకు కూడా అర్థం కాలేదు. ఇప్పుడు 2-3 years నుంచి చూస్తున్నా 310, 312, 315, 320 అబ్బాయిలకు రావడం వస్తున్నాయి. ఈవెన్ ద గాయస్ ఆర్ స్కోరింగ్. అంటే పేర్లు ఏం చూడరు, ఓన్లీ రోల్ నెంబరే ఉంటుంది అక్కడ. వై? ఐ అబ్జర్వ్ వన్ థింగ్, దే ఆర్ రైటింగ్ ద కంటెంట్ వెరీ ఈక్వల్, బట్ దే ఆర్ మేకింగ్ వెరీ గుడ్ ప్రెసెంటేషన్. వీళ్ళకి అలవాటు ఉంటుంది కదా చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి పేషెన్స్తో డ్రా చేయడం ఇవన్నీ. సో ఈవెన్ వీ షుడ్ డెవలప్ దట్ పేషెన్స్. అంటే అబ్బాయిలకు రావడం వస్తున్నాయి కంపారబుల్ నంబర్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ 2 guys gets 315, the 4 to 5 females are getting 315. This is the ratio. So what is that matter there? Maybe handwriting, I'll say no. Maybe with patience and speed, with proper presentation, is actually giving them good score. And this fact. So 280 plus or up to 315, everyone is scoring. 280 plus and most of them are scoring. Abbailana, ammailana, all of them are scoring. And there is a lot of scope that you can go 300 plus ma. 300 plus తెచ్చుకుంటే ఇంకా నీకు ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఎవరు ఆపరు, నీకు ఏదో ఒక సర్వీస్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ హౌ యూ పర్ఫార్మ్ ఇన్ యువర్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ. 300 మార్జిన్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ రీచింగ్, విచ్ మీన్స్ ఇంకా నీకు ఇంటర్వ్యూ కాల్ 100% వస్తుంది. 100% చెప్పొచ్చు. ఇక మేబీ జిఎస్ ఎంత వర్స్ట్గా రాసినా అవ్వదు, దాట్ కండిషన్ ఇంకేం చేయలేం. బట్ ఐ రోట్ జిఎస్ వెరీ మోడరేట్లీ, I did very well in the optional, then you'll definitely get a call, interview call also. And how you perform in interview decides which rank you will get it. So 280 to 315, I'll give one important point here. 280 to 315 depends on your paper 2. Again, ఈ సోషాలజీ స్టూడెంట్ తీసుకున్న వాళ్ళు ఆప్షనల్ అయిపోయాక వీళ్ళకి ఎంత తెలివి ఉంటుందంటే, this fellow knows very well that what all I have to do, it is all about paper 2. ఈ సోషాలజీ పేపర్ 2లో వీళ్ళు మ్యాసివ్లీ కొడతారు. మన ఒక అమ్మాయి అయితే 155 to 160 కొట్టింది. సర్ప్రైజ్ స్కోర్ 155 to 160 అవుట్ ఆఫ్ హౌ మచ్? 250 ఈ ఒక్క పేపర్. అండ్ ద రిమైనింగ్ షీ గాట్ 145 somewhere around in paper 1. She crossed 305 or 307 ఏమో. 155, 150 plus, ఇందులో 160 plus. Look at how they are scoring. Because I feel she was literally smart, that I know where the examiner will pour marks. The examiner can be attracted with paper 2. So paper 2, if I score massively, I know that it is going to substitute me. Even though 10-15 marks are less, I can go at least 300, 295, etc. ఇంకా నీకు 290, 95 వస్తున్నాయి అంటే నీ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ ప్రిపరేషన్ ఇన్ ఆప్షనల్ ఈజ్ సో హై, జిఎస్లో నీకు ఎక్కడ తగ్గవు. ఆప్షనల్ని వాడుకుంటూ జిఎస్లో కూడా యూ విల్ డూ ఇట్ వెల్ ఓన్లీ. సో దట్స్ వై ఐ గేవ్ అ వర్డ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ ట్రెండ్. సో దీస్ పీపుల్ హు ఆర్ వెరీ స్మార్ట్, they choose sociology as an optional, which can be useful in their essay, paper 2, GS paper 1, 2, 3 and 4, having a good correlation. Good correlation means what we study in sociology, that is there in the syllabus. So this is about the thinkers, paper 2, and this is about the correlation. Next point, what are the books we have to read for sociology? Basic books. First one, NCERTs. Class 11th, 10th and 12th. Class 10th, 11th and 12th, basic books of NCERT. Introduction to Indian Society, Understanding Indian Society, basic books with respect to NCERTs, class 10, 11th and 12th. This you are supposed to read just for an understanding what the society, how the society got developed, etc. These are very simple books. To have a very good knowledge, in morning కూడా ఇండియన్ సొసైటీ క్లాస్ ఈ బుక్ చెప్పడం మర్చిపోయా, రేపు మళ్ళీ చెప్తా, గుర్తు చేయండి. ఇండియన్ ఎకనామిక్ డెవలప్మెంట్ క్లాస్ 11th. Indian Economic Development, class 11. This is a very important book which will teach you pre-independence how was India and post-independence how is India. LPG models, revolts, rule of the British, for example, Indigo revolt, revolts made by the tribals. Okay. All these are being mentioned. For example, what we studied in demography also. Poverty and British rule. Who gave this? Dadabhai Nauroji. So same thing has been mentioned about the poverty, about the land reforms. This book is very important for sociology. Although it is important for economy, but very important for sociology, paper 2. These are the books you are supposed to read. And lot of students from other institutions, because I run here so many programs in AKS. First one is Conquer Prelims for preliminary examination. Exactly, will start 5 months, and people in AKS will travel with me in so many subjects. For example, started morning one subject, then I'll take essay, then sociology, they will definitely continue. I'll be starting Conquer Prelims, exclusive targeting to teach people the cheat codes of prelims, that is GS part. Second, the mentorship program for sociology optional. And anyways, sociology orientation, sociology classes, etc. So these are very, very important. So for these programs, a lot of students come from other institutions, especially sociology students. Sir, you did not even give one reference book. My reference books are only these NCERTs. Still, we want to study. So you can buy Harlambus. Harlambus, which I'll suggest not to buy. Still, I wanted to buy one book. I wanted to put on my study table. Show that my optional is sociology. While going and coming, people should see what is your optional. So if it is the agenda, then you can buy Harlambus. 2 Harlambus books. One is blue color, which is for 3,000. ఇప్పుడు ఇంకా పెరిగింది, 4 అయిపోయి ఉంటుంది. Another Harlambus book, which you will get it somewhere around 1,000. This is one is orange color, one is blue color. Almost similar. Don't buy both. My students, don't buy both. Everything what you have to read it class notes. Sociology class notes, yours will be the most updated when compared to the previous batches. Previous batches వచ్చి మీ దగ్గర తీసుకుంటారు నోట్స్, అది చూడండి ఓవర్ ఎ పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైం. ఏమైనా కేస్ స్టడీస్ రాపిచ్చిండా, ఇవన్నీ డిస్కషన్లు వస్తాయి. ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఏదైనా కొత్తగా పెట్టిరా, వీళ్ళు ఉన్న నోట్స్కి మీ నోట్స్ నుంచి అప్డేట్ చేసుకుంటారు. దట్స్ హౌ హ్యాపెండ్ విత్ ద ప్రీవియస్ బ్యాచెస్. So what are there in the current aspects? What are there in the current aspects? Everything will be given in your notes. Read notes 10 times. Revise notes 10 times. Write exams. Write regular exams. Chapter wise test. Mentorship or test series పెడతాను, అవి రాయండి, గివ జాలీగా గవే చదవండి, గమ్మున ఎగ్జామ్ బోర్డు గవే వస్తాయి. ప్లస్ వన్ రెగ్యులర్ వర్క్ I will be giving the students to maintain a micro notes. A lot of people over a period of time repeatedly ఒక టాపిక్ 2-3 times చేసుకున్నాక they will come to know how to make a micro notes. Micro notes అంటే something very much, for example, you have Karl Marx one topic, I gave a detailed notes of 5 pages. 5 pages till I revise it will be good. మనకు ఎగ్జామ్ పోయేటప్పుడే 4th పేజ్లో లాస్ట్ లైన్ గుర్తురాదు, మన ఈగో అది నేను రాయాల్సిందే ఆ పాయింట్, ఫోర్త్ ఇంత చదివినా. So in such case, micro notes will be very helpful for you. We will be writing in the micro notes only the key statements or the keywords. I'll teach you how to maintain a micro notes. Most people will maintain a micro notes. ఏ రోజు టాపిక్ చెప్తే ఆ రోజు మైక్రో నోట్స్ రాసుకొని వస్తారు and they'll file it. ఏ టాపిక్కి ఆ టాపిక్. If I ask you to get a micro notes for land reforms, so you will get 1 page or 2 pages. Everything written in very short so that you can read, you can revise, and thematic presentation which can help you to cover within the time of the exam. So that's why micro notes is very important. I don't suggest people to buy any textbook. Detailed class notes for paper 1, class notes for paper 2 will be given to you, 2 volumes. After every topic I'll be discussing, I'll be giving a detailed notes. Inga చదవండి అది చాలు. లేదు బుక్స్ కొంటానంటే ఎన్సీఆర్టీ బుక్స్ కొనండి. దిస్ 2, 10, 11, 12 or Indian Economic Development class 11. This will be useful for your prelims also. Next, very important, what we have studied is trend correlation with GS. Very unique thing about sociology is your paper 1 and paper 2 of sociology is linked to essay and GS. That's what I explained now. And one more feature is paper 1 and paper 2 are also interrelated. Which means what? Why are we able to finish optional in 4 to 5 months with a good revision? Only reason is paper 1 lo unna chapters. What are the chapters we have in paper 1? 10 chapters. A 10 chapters lo especially 3 to 4 chapters. I'll show you now all these things what we studied. We'll take syllabus and we'll relate. 3 to 4 chapters like family, marriage system, tribal issues, stratification, religion, development and dependency. These topics and subtopics, especially 3 to 4 chapters, you have directly these chapters in your paper 2. Which means we will not study family and family structure on the society individually. Which means paper 1 of family, paper 1 of marriage, paper 1 of religion will be linked to paper 2. What is paper 2 of marriage system? Indian marriage system. Paper 2 of family system, Indian family system. That means Western and Indian will be linked of paper 1 and paper 2 chapters of again around 3 to 4. Remaining other chapters other than thinkers, we will read them individually. Individually chapters kuda meek GS to link ayi untadi. That's why we can finish this in very limited period of time, 4 to 5 months with revisions. ఒక సైడ్ నుంచి GS కు, ఒక సైడ్ నుంచి essay, ఇంకో సైడ్ we have it paper 1 and paper 2, both are interrelated, one another are interrelated. So just open the copy what I have explained. In the syllabus, if you take the syllabus, we have 10 chapters in paper 1. In paper 2, we have A, B and C section. C section is repeated here. Don't worry. We have A, B and C section. All right. Now look at the paper 1, the first chapter. Sociology, the discipline, which means what? Very simple chapter. It talks about how did the sociology evolve, why did the sociology took birth, and remember sociology is the youngest of all the disciplines. Could be anthropology, could be political science, could be economy, medicine. కెమిస్ట్రీ, ఫిజిక్స్ ఇవన్నీ ఇవాల్వ్ అయిపోయాక ఎట్ ద ఎండ్ a subject has taken its birth ante that is sociology. Why did the sociology birth took place? Because it was very much essential for people to understand the sociological changes happening in the society. That's the reason sociology was developed. Where European society, who used to rule? King, his kingdom, church, the normal church, what we get to see, the ruling of the church. Number of times అదే క్వశ్చన్ అడిగాడు, డిస్కస్. ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఏంటంటే అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్సే అడుగుతాడు. ఇది వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్. గ్రీన్ రెవల్యూషన్ లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ అడిగాడు, ఈ ఇయర్ అడిగాడు, నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ పక్కా అడుగుతాడు. ల్యాండ్ రిఫార్మ్స్, పవర్టీ, మైగ్రేషన్, డెమోగ్రఫీ, రిలీజన్, ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఆఫ్ రిలీజియస్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్, రిలీజియస్ మైనారిటీ, ఇవే తిప్పి తిప్పి క్వశ్చన్ ఆ టాపిక్స్ ఉన్న టాపిక్స్ చేంజ్ చేసి అడుగుతూ ఉంటాడు. దానికి ఒక స్టాండర్డ్ కంటెంట్ కనుక మెయింటైన్ చేసుకొని స్టాండర్డ్ ఆన్సర్స్ అనేది మనం బిల్డ్ చేసుకొని ఇఫ్ యూ పుట్ దట్ ఆన్సర్స్ విత్ అస్, హ్యాపీలీ గో టు ఎగ్జామ్ అండ్ రైట్. డు నాట్ డూ పిహెచ్డి ఇన్ ఆప్షనల్. ఒక యుద్ధం లాగా చదువుతారు, ఇన్ని బుక్స్ పెట్టుకొని. ఇన్ని బుక్స్ పెట్టుకోని అంటే వాడు ఇంకా ఆప్షనల్ చదువుతున్నాను. ఇన్ని బుక్స్ పెట్టుకొని, ఇన్ని టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ పెట్టుకొని. గైస్, మేక్ ఇట్ వెరీ సింపుల్. వై ఐ హ్యావ్ టు స్ట్రెస్ దిస్ పాయింట్ ఇస్, మనకు తెలుసు కాబట్టి మొత్తం తిరిగి లాస్ట్కి వస్తారు. అప్పుడు అక్కడ థింకర్స్ వరకు వెళ్ళిపోతారు. ఇక కూర్చోబెట్టి సార్ మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి సార్ అంటారు. దిస్ విల్ క్రియేట్ ఎ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్. ఇట్ ఈస్ బీన్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్. Whoever takes, be present from chapter number 1 first day. Go with the class, go with the test, go with the mentorship, take proper notes. ఏ రోజు ఆ రోజు చదవండి, and it will go on and you will end it. Then one test series, then again revision with micro notes. ప్రీవియస్ ఏ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయో చూడండి, రిపీటెడ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కనబడతా ఉంటాయి. సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్ దే విల్ బి ఆస్కింగ్. 10th క్లాస్ ఎగ్జామ్ గవే చదువుతారు, గవే అడుగుతారు. 1 1 2 ఇవే వస్తూ ఉంటాయి లైన్గా. ఇక మనం కూడా అదే బ్యాచ్ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వండి. వాట్ ఈస్ ద రోల్ ఆఫ్ చర్చ్ ఇస్ వాట్ వీ విల్ బి స్టడింగ్ హియర్. సో అర్లియర్ ఇన్ యూరోపియన్ సొసైటీస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ అ డార్క్ ఏజ్ అంటారు దాన్ని. వాట్ ఇస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ డార్క్ ఏజ్? No governance, no welfareness. People were blindfolded, which means church and the community in the church is asking people to make lot of sacrifices. These sacrifices make them to have better life after death. In order to have better life after death, people follow the principles of church. Sociology will address these principles. Sir, ee principles valla what is that impact which is been on the people? Poverty, low standard of living, their incomes are not high, and forcibly and deliberately you are asking them to offer, and people are emotionally attached. Sociology is not against church. Sociology is not against the king. Sociology is not against the community. But sociology is against those principles where the people have changed, which is troubling the common man, which is making them forcibly to lend. Sociology will bring this worldly pleasure. This worldly pleasure ante endi? What all you do, you will get returns in this world. So trust these under the sociology. And hence people started to believe that, started to spend first on themselves. You don't have money and you started to giving to others. How will you survive? God will see. What God will see? Because you are hungry. You have worked very hard. You try to have something for you. If something is there, try to share with others. This is what religion says. But it's not like you give it everything and you be hungry. Which religion says this? No religion says this. but how it is being portrayed by the member, by the community, is in very different direction. Because of that, people are suffering in European society somewhere in 17th and 18th century. Then Industrial Revolution, you'll study in world history. French Revolution, American Revolution. అక్కడ ఏం చదువుతారు, ఇక్కడ కూడా అదే చదవాలి. The first chapter లో Industrial Revolution లో American Revolution, Industrial Revolution, French Revolution. French Revolution gave birth to democracy, liberty, republic, fraternity, which made the people to have some rights, which gave some rights to people to choose representatives. So first time people were in the belief, what are we doing? We are standing in queue and we are voting. We never used to vote earlier. But we are standing in queue and now we are voting. We are choosing some representative. Earlier it was king, his son, his son, his son. It used to continue, his daughter used to continue. But now we are choosing representatives among ourselves. This is democracy. So this was the birth given by what? French Revolution. So alanti points we will be studying here. And that's why sociology did not introduce French Revolution. Church brought some changes in the life of people. French Revolution brought some changes in the life of people. Church used to exist in French. French Revolution happened there. Russian Revolution happened there. American Revolution happened there. Before this revolution, what is the life of people? After revolution, what is the life of people is what studied by sociology. This is what we will write in the chapter number 1. In chala chinna chinna points cheppa. This almost 1-2 weeks chavutam slowga. And must question. Ide question dark age. Mar must question repeated questions ante andariki same marks ravu. Why? Because I told you very very important thematic presentation and your sense at that particular period of time, how do you convey and how do you write as per the demand of the question matters here. Nee presentation matters with thematic. Evaru baga presentation cheshi, evaru baga thematic way present cheshi adigina question ki answer istaru, they'll get very good marks. Out of 10 they can give you 6 also. They can give you 6 also. 6, 7 will be highest. Don't expect 10 to 10. Inter Visona బాగా రాస్తే రెండింటికి డిఫరెన్స్ 1 మార్కే ఉంటుంది, రాస్తే 2 మార్క్స్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ అలా కాదు. ఇట్స్ ద లైఫ్ ఆఫ్ సో మెనీ పీపుల్ ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్ కాబట్టి ద బెస్ట్ వన్ విల్ గెట్ ద బెస్ట్ స్కోర్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ మన ఫస్ట్ అటెంప్ట్ రాసింది అమ్మాయి, అవర్ సోషాలజీ ఆస్పిరెంట్. ద ఫస్ట్ అటెంప్ట్ రాసింది. ఫస్ట్ అటెంప్ట్ బీటెక్ పాస్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఇయర్ కాదు, లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ 1 year coaching and she wrote sociology. Sociology is an optional. She got very decent score, 248. First attempt. I was very happy. And what all she tried to attempt, she got very good scores. Prelims ayindi, mains కూర్చుంది 3 months. Few things, mistakes she had done. I told you like micro notes. But paper 1, paper 2 ku you hardly have 2 hours of time. One day you will write GS and we will get few gaps, 3 to 4 days gap, then you will write sociology. In the morning you have paper 1, immediately you have paper 2, 2 to 3 hours gap untadi ante. ఆ 2 to 3 hours gap lo inta volume పట్టుకుంటే అవ్వదు. What are the mistakes she has done? I will tell you in the classes. Good score, 245 is a good score. మస్తు కష్టపడితే వస్తుంది 245. హ్యాండ్ రైటింగ్, థెమాటిక్ ప్రెజెంటేషన్, మంచి కంటెంట్ రాసింది. సో టైం సరిపోలేదు. ఎగ్జామ్ రాసిన రోజు టెక్స్ట్ చేసింది. టైం సరిపోతే ఇంకా ఐ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ ప్రిపేర్డ్ వెల్. దిస్ టైమ్ షీ ఈస్ రైటింగ్ అండ్ షీల్ రైట్ వెల్. 245 కన్నా ఎక్కువనే వస్తాయి, 260, 275. ఇప్పుడు టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ రాస్తుంది, షీ విల్ డూ వెల్. విచ్ మీన్స్ మైక్రో నోట్స్, షార్ట్ నోట్స్ ఇవి మీకు భయంకరంగా యూజ్ అవుతాయి. ఆ రోజు మార్నింగ్ ఎగ్జామ్ అయిన తర్వాత నువ్వు మొత్తం వాల్యూమ్ పట్టుకుంటే 3 అవర్స్లో అవ్వదు. మైక్రో నోట్స్ పట్టుకున్నావు అనుకో, ఇమీడియట్గా యూ విల్ మేక్ 2 to 3 రివిజన్స్, భయంకరమైన కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ వస్తుంది. And you can happily go into exam. Okay, next. Second chapter, third chapter are related. Second chapter or third chapter, it is talking about, can be sociology considered as science? Research methods, how sociology is developed. Research method, what are research methods? Hypothesis, field work. MN Srinivas. What MN Srinivas? They are all real thinkers. What is the meaning of real thinker? నేను ఏదో కూర్చొని బుక్ రాయలేదు. It's like I went there, I stayed there for months, many months. I have seen how people are behaving. What is their culture? I have witnessed those things. Then I wrote the book by staying on field. This is called as field view, field work, field research అంటారు దీన్ని. There are few thinkers who will just borrow. Man itla cheppindi, atla cheppindi అని చెప్పి they'll borrow and they will write the content. So we have different types of thinkers. ఇక్కడ combination thinkers ఉంటారు. I told you student and teacher. టాల్కట్ పాసన్, వెబర్, స్టూడెంట్ అండ్ టీచర్. ఇప్పుడు స్టూడెంట్ ఏం రాస్తాడు, టీచర్ ఏం చెప్తే అదే రాస్తాడు. విచ్ మీన్స్ ద స్టూడెంట్ ట్రై టు ఐడెంటిఫై సమ్ మిస్టేక్స్ ఇన్ ద టీచర్. వై? టీచర్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు సమ్ ఏజ్, student belongs to some age. Over a period of time, society has changed. And students started questioning the teacher, sir, this has changed. This is not applicable in present society. This is how you will read. Next, as I told you, sociological thinkers. We have 6 here, sociological thinkers. And chapter number 1, if you see, look at chapter number 1, C section. What is C? Very interesting topic. Sociology and common sense. What is the meaning of common sense? Basic idea is common sense. What is common sense? Common sense is an ability to think and react. It can be my common sense says something is correct. Your common sense say it is wrong. It is wrong. For example, if I give an example of Jallikattu, where it is held? It's an annual event, very important event. Then if I ask few of them, is it right to trouble an animal? Then you'll say, common sense, few of them says yes. Few of them says no. So common sense is nothing but how are you reacting. It may be right, it may be wrong. But sociology will give in-depth analysis of common sense. It will bring diversity of people together. It will enrich the society. The roots, the culture are imbibed in Tamil Nadu, makes people to learn something, unite something. It's an event of festival, togetherness, happiness. And no animal is being harmed. It's just an event which is being described by sociology. At the end, will definitely convey a message like sociology is always broader than common sense. If I say, do poverty exist in India? What common sense says? Obviously, yes. There are people poor in India. And what does sociology says? It will say that these people may not have a proper standard of living, may not have a proper income. Inflation is very high. Expenditures are quite higher, which is not maintaining them to retain. Sociology will give in-depth analysis of common sense. Recent కొన్ని examples. Supreme Court right to walk on a footpath. Clear? So ఇలాంటి కొన్ని basic examples ఏవి ఉంటాయో, basic examples and case studies what we can write in ethics. గిట్లాంటి ethics లో రాయాల. What we write in ethics we will develop very strongly in sociology. Sociology case studies ఎస్లో రాయవచ్చు అంటే రాయవచ్చు, హ్యాపీగా రాయవచ్చు. అందుకే సోషల్ తీసుకునేది. ఎథిక్స్లో రాయవచ్చు. వన్ స్మాల్ రిక్వెస్ట్ ఫార్ ఆల్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్, సోషాలజీ తీసుకునేటప్పుడు జిఎస్ పేపర్స్లో, ఎస్ఏ పేపర్స్లో నువ్వు సోషాలజీ స్టూడెంట్ అని చూపించకపోతే బెటర్. అదెలా? డిఫరెంట్ థింకర్స్ని తీసుకొస్తారు. ఎంఎన్ శ్రీనివాస్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ నో. కార్ల్ మార్క్స్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ నో. ఇంక వీళ్ళని వాడండి. ప్లేటో, అరిస్టాటిల్ కొన్ని చోట మేము వాడతాం. దాట్ యూ క్యాన్ యూస్. అతిగా చూపించేస్తారు, అయ్యో తీసుకో మా ఆప్షనల్ ఇదే అని. అక్కడ దొరుకుతారు. డోంట్ షో యువర్ నాలెడ్జ్ వాట్ యూ హ్యావ్ స్టడీడ్ ఇన్ పేపర్ 2, అది అప్లై చేయండి చాలు. 1 or 2 basic thinkers use చేసుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. నెక్స్ట్ చాప్టర్ నెంబర్ 5 స్టాటిఫికేషన్ అండ్ మొబిలిటీ. Stratification and mobility. What is stratification? What do you mean by stratification? Your GS class started? పొద్దున్న నేను చెప్తున్నాగా ఆ జిఎస్ కాదా మరి అందరికీ పుచ్చు అంటారు. ఆ మార్నింగ్ పుచ్చు అబ్బాయి అయ్యాడి లేడా? Not he. So you were one? Okay. Now also you said the same? No, right? Okay, good. What is stratification? Structure of society. Stratification ante society is being stratified. Are you stratified? How is the society stratified? Taxes. Okay. Classes. Good. Caste. Obviously, yes. Religious, population, gender, haves and have-nots. There are so many ways society is being stratified. Stratification will give a proper analysis how the society is being stratified. Are farmers stratified? Are farmers stratified? Yes or no? Yes. Do you consider all farmers equal? How do you classify farmers? ఇది మనం చదువుదాం ఇండియన్ సొసైటీలో చెప్తా. How do you classify farmers? Based on what? Land holding capacity. Small, marginal, medium, semi-medium and which comes first? Small or marginal? First small. Next mini small. Mini small. Small marginal. Who holds less? Small holds less. Marginal holds less. Who are called as marginal farmers? Who holds less than 1 hectare? 1 hectare kana takku land hold chese they are called as marginal. If anyone holds less than 2 hectares they are called as small. Ardhamainda? So the one who holds less than 1 hectare. 1 hectare ante enni acres? 40 కుంటాసా? యాదిరా లాంగ్వేజ్ కుంటాలు గుండాలు. Acres. 1 hectare is equal to how many acres? ఈ 1/3 and tough గా క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్ ఇవ్వదు. అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్సర్ ఇవ్వాలి. 1 hectare is equal to how many acres? 1000 square. నువ్వు ఆడే కూర్చో ఇక పోయి 1000 square kilometers స్క్వేర్ మీటర్ ఎట్లా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తారు? బోలో. దే ఆర్ కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్ 1 hectare is equal to how many acres? 2.45 or 48 acres or less than 2.5. 2.5 acres unte what kind of farmer you call? Marginal. Up to 5 acres unte what farmer you call? Small farmers. Is it clear? Which means, are they stratified? How are they stratified? Based on the land. In India, do all the farmers hold similar land? Definitely no. There are farmers who hold more, there are farmers who hold less. Whose population is more? Marginal, small, large, low. Whose population is more? Whose population is more? Marginal and small population is very, very high. Is it clear? Which means you should understand they are also getting stratified. Based on land, you will get wealth. Based on the wealth also you will get stratified. So stratification is a common concept. Are women stratified? Men stratified? Yes. So how are women stratified? Skilled, unskilled, skilled, unskilled, formal, informal, organized, unorganized. Okay, people who work, people who don't work. Based on education. Stratification and how are you categorizing people? How are you categorizing people? Age. Age wise they can be categorized. Okay, there are so many ways we can stratify. So same thing we'll study here. Look at the first point of stratification. Concept: equality, inequality, hierarchy, exclusion, poverty, deprivation, etc. Okay, so few thinkers, they will give their perspectives ante indi, how they read the society, their view, their opinion ఎక్కువ ఉండవు కాల్ మార్క్స్. అందుకే థింకర్స్ విల్ బి స్టడీయింగ్ ఇన్ సచ్ ఎ వే 1.5 month థింకర్సే చెప్తా స్లోగా. ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఎ స్టోరీ అండ్ యుల్ రైట్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్, సో యుల్ బికమ్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. అండ్ మిగతా చోట ఎక్కడ థింకర్స్ చెప్ప, యూ విల్ ఓన్లీ ఆన్సర్. స్టాటిఫికేషన్ అనగానే యూ విల్ బ్రింగ్ మార్క్స్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్, ఎంఎన్ శ్రీనివాస్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్. సో యూ సెడ్ దిస్, కెన్ వి అప్లై హియర్? సో సేమ్ థింకర్స్ వీ కెన్ యూస్ again and again. All right, next, sixth chapter is very simple, works and economic life. Social organization of work. One is slave society, feudal society, industrial society. Three society. We are living in which society? Industrial society. Okay, and do we have feudal society even now? Almost it has been reduced, almost. For example, zamindari system. We used to have zamindars. They hold large percentage of the land, and the remaining land is with whom? The people who were earlier considered as very small scale landholders. And the other set of the people will participate. They are called as peasants, farmers. What is the difference between a farmer and a peasant? Good, very nice. So sweet. Peasant is the one who don't have any right on the land. What's the meaning of history lo chaduvutara ma? Peasant revolts, farmers revolt. If differences telusundala as a sociology optional. Peasant farmer ku difference endante land rights ante. Peasant will not have any land rights. The farmer, correct. The farmers will have at least some right on the land. Is it clear? So we'll be studying those things, general perspective lo ఏదైతే ఉంటే గవే చదువుతారు ఇందులో. ఫార్మల్ ఇన్ఫార్మల్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్, లేబర్ అండ్ సొసైటీ. ఫార్మల్ ఇన్ఫార్మల్, వాట్ యు మీన్ బై ఫార్మల్? Formal means what? It's not industries. Formal means everything is structured, systematic, organized is called as an formal. Example, Infosys. Infosys is formal, organized, systematic. They contribute taxes to the government. The other one, you get to see tea stall. 5 to 10 members are working. A tiffin stall, 5 to 10 members are working. What is that? Unorganized. What are the benefits of formal, organized? What are the benefits of unorganized? And what are the negatives of unorganized? Is it clear? Negatives of unorganized ఏం అవ్వచ్చు? వెరీ సింపుల్. ఇవన్నీ మీకు జిఎస్లో వస్తాయి. సేమ్ టాపిక్స్ ఇవన్నీ జిఎస్లో ఉంటాయి. నో సెక్యూరిటీ, నో పెన్షన్, నో ప్రాపర్ ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ అండర్ స్కీమ్స్, no proper labor rights, human right violations, exploitation. All this come into the conflict between organized and unorganized. Give untadi, this is a theme. Dini elaborate cheskunటూ in depth we will study. Mari essay lo inta depth rayalsina avasaram ledhu. Any statement which is asked, you should understand, you should write in very general, and you'll get good score in essay. Next, politics and society. Politics and society. Power, authority, bureaucracy. Why do people wanted to get into politics? How did the political aspect begin in the society? Okay, and what is protest? What is movement? What is revolution? This is a protest which happened. Protest, agitation. రెండికి difference ఏంది? What's the difference between protest and agitation? When you call it as revolution, small things they expect you to answer in interview. Protest, if you're not liking anything, if you're showing some unwillingness, then it is called as what? Protest. నీకు నచ్చలేదు అనుకో, I did not like this, and you can go for a protest. You can go for a protest with a group of people or than an individual. Something is hurting you. Don't talk. Not talking is also protest. Not talking is also protest. Not having food because you don't like it. Protest. Come out together in a group. Sit there is a protest. Jantar Mantar, what you get to see is an protest that developed into agitation. Police lathi charge, students and police trying to be brutal. Then they go one step ahead of protest. Even చిన్న differences తెలుసుకోవాలా. Farmers, peasants, small, marginal, ascription, achievement. Protest కు agitation కున్న difference. One step ahead. Show your aggressiveness is called as what? Agitation. When something becomes uncontrollable, when something like all section of the society come forward, it's called as a movement. You have a common subject, different section of the people. Now who are participating? Students. Only students are participating. Protest converted into agitation. This agitation, if it is added with farmer, women group, lawyers, doctors, students, UPSC aspirants, political aspects, wide section of the people participate, then it becomes what? Movement. Quit India movement. Khilafat movement. Telangana movement. All section of the people participate. Starting lo protester start ayi will go to agitation and it will lead to a movement. Movement gochindi anukondi, then it will not stop. Inga that subject will never die. Vidarbha movement. Assam, Bodoland, Manipur, Meghalaya, they all are demanding the rights of locals and non-locals. ఇవేమవుతున్నాయి? మూమెంట్ లాగా మారిపోతున్నాయి. సో ఇవన్నీ యూ షుడ్ స్టాప్ టిల్ అజిటేషన్ ఓన్లీ. అజిటేషన్ వరకు ఆపాలంటే వాట్ షుడ్ ఐ డూ? ఐ షుడ్ కాల్ పీపుల్, సిట్, సాల్వ్ దేర్ డిమాండ్స్. గివ్ అడుగుతారు మీకు సోషాలజీలో. వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఇనిషియేటివ్స్ ద గవర్నమెంట్ హ్యాస్ టు టేక్, ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఇన్ పేపర్ 2లో, so that the agitation may not be converted into a movement. Okay? Next, religion and society. Religion and society is very important because in religion we'll study different types of religion. Animism, monism, pluralism, sects, cults. Buddhism and Jainism. We'll study about every religion. Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Buddha, Jain, atheist, secular. So little bit of polity you will get it, and core content, how to develop answers to sociology is very important. And religious revivalism and religious fundamentalism. Give a last section lo, 8th chapter, last section, religious revivalism and fundamentalism. Arya Samaj, Suddhi Samaj. So they will be demanding to strengthen the religion, to have a basic foundation for the new one, and the people who already exist to have the strong fundamentals. Religious revivalism, the religion is not being multiplied in a proper direction. It is your duty and responsibility to make it happen in a right direction. Revivalism. If it's going in different direction, bringing it to straight path. Now it's not going in one direction, going in multiple directions. ఎవడు పట్టుకుంది వాడిది straight path అయిపోయింది. People believe what they are doing is true. What they are doing is correct. No religion teaches you to force others. First point. No religion asks you harm yourself or to others. Every religion teaches you to put a control on your tongue. If your tongue is controlled, society is very controlled. Class polarization, caste polarization, ఇలా segregate చేసేస్తారు. This is my caste, my people. This is my religion, my people. So this is segregating the society. This will not make proper development. This is what we study in sociology and also in your GSMA. Next point. System of kinship. System of kinship ante basically family, household. Family, household ku difference ఏంది? బేసికల్లీ ఈ టర్మ్స్ అన్ని మనకు తెలుసు కానీ తెలీదు. ఈ టర్మ్స్ అన్ని మనకు తెలుసు కానీ తెలీదు. ఒక మూవీలో ఒక డైలాగ్ ఉంటుంది, ఐ లైక్ యూ బట్ ఐ డోంట్ లవ్ యూ. ఏదేదో ఉంటుంది సేమ్ అదే వేస్లో, అదే కేసులో we know these terms but we don't know these terms. We hear about this regular. What's the definition of a family and how it is different from household? ఈ అమ్మాయి పక్క జాయిన్ అవ్వదు ఇక సోషాలజీ. ఓరియంటేషన్లోనే 2-3 క్వశ్చన్లు అడిగితే ఇక కథం, ఇక రెగ్యులర్ ఇంకెన్ని అడుగుతాడు అని చెప్పి. Good. If anyone having a biological connection is called as a family. Good. Household? ఇట్లా ఆదేశాలు నూకేషను. ఫ్యామిలీ జరిగే వర్క్స్ ఇస్ హౌస్ హోల్డ్. గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్. వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ ఆప్షనల్ రే? అయితే అట్లనే ఉండు, అట్లనే ఉండు, డిసైడ్ చేయలేదాగానే ఉండు, నాకు టెన్షన్ అవుతుంది. అమ్మా ఫిక్స్ అయిపోయిందా సోషాలజీ అని? ఓకే గుడ్. బోలో. హూ విల్ టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ బర్డన్? నో. చెప్పు. హౌస్ హోల్డ్ అంటే అదర్ పీపుల్. వాట్ ఇస్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ఫ్యామిలీ అండ్ హౌస్ హోల్డ్? ఫ్యామిలీ అంటే ఏంది, హౌస్ హోల్డ్ అంటే ఏంది? హౌస్ హోల్డ్ వర్డే వినలేదా? వినే ఉంటారుగా. ఇట్స్ నాట్ టోల్డ్ యు నో. వి నో బట్ వి డోంట్ నో. దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్. Listen, family is a set of people having a common blood relation. This is called as family. Set of people having a common kitchen is called as household. Clear? Your PG, you all have a common kitchen, but you don't come from a similar family. What are you called as? Household. The group of people who do not essentially share any relation but have a common setup is called as an house. చిన్న చిన్న డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఉంటాయి, యూపీఎస్సీకి వచ్చాక ఇవన్నీ క్లియర్ చేసుకోవాలి. చలో నెక్స్ట్. ఫ్యామిలీ, హౌస్ హోల్డ్, మ్యారేజ్. మ్యారేజ్ ఇస్ వన్ వెరీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ టాపిక్. అండ్ ఈ మధ్య సొసైటీలో మ్యారేజ్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఎసెన్షియల్. ఐ హ్యావ్ సో మెనీ కేస్ స్టడీస్. ఇక మీరు విని కూడా ఉండరు, ఆ కేస్ స్టడీస్ అన్నీ తీసుకొస్తాను. అండ్ thinkers, those thinkers who talk about the marriage, I'll make it as so interestingly. చెప్పినా చెప్పకపోయినా నేను చెప్తా, నేను కూడా థింకరే కదా. Who is called as thinker? The one who thinks. So I am thinking and giving to you the content, so you can consider me as the thinker. So we will take so many case studies which are happening before marriage, after marriage, and how marriage system is taking. Is it we are having a simple marriage or complex marriage? Hum bolo re, two of them. Is it we are having simple marriage or complex marriage? Very complex. Very complex. Very, very complex marriage we are having. Simple marriage means what? Group of people used to visit, have a common slab. అటు మ్యారేజ్ అవుతున్నదంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి స్లాబ్ వేసేస్తారు. జిహెచ్ఎంసీలు వీళ్ళు ఏం పని చేయరు అక్కడ, వాళ్ళు కూడా వస్తారు కదా. ఇఫ్ యు గో టు రూరల్ ఏరియా ఎనీవేర్, you get to see a marriage within the lane. అక్కడి నుంచి you will start the tent. అక్కడి నుంచే చైర్లు వేసేస్తారు. అవతల వాళ్ళు ఇల్లా ఏం పట్టించుకోరు, ఇంకా వాళ్ళు కూడా వస్తారు కదా మ్యారేజ్కి. అండ్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ గ్యాదర్ టు మేక్ దిస్ అ సక్సెస్ఫుల్ ఈవెంట్. Simple marriage, group of people gather, understand, sit together, etc. The boy and girl don't talk, they don't discuss. Just you're okay, parents are okay, they'll exchange things, closed. Now, first boy and girl will talk. In case required, parents will talk. And the marriage will be performed. Different types of marriage, simple marriage, complex marriage, no marriage, register marriage, live-in relation, sologamy. Sologamy means what? Marrying self. If you feel very hectic with society, I'm not trusting anyone, get it certified, marriage yourself. Call your parents as mother-in-law, father-in-law. Sometimes mother, father. Depends on your mood, and you marry and be happy. This is called as what? Sologamy. ఇట్లాంటి కేస్ స్టడీస్ రాయాలి. గుజరాత్లో ఒక అమ్మాయి సోలోగమీ చేసుకుని, నేను ఎవరిని నమ్మా, నన్ను నేను నమ్ముతా, ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు బి సేఫ్ అండ్ అలైవ్. సో షీ మ్యారీడ్ హర్ సెల్ఫ్. షీ ఈస్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ. సోలోగమీ అంటది. Is it clear? So atheist, what does the atheist do? What atheist do? Atheist who does not believe anyone. Secular ideology, atheist ideology, religious ideology, even you oxide. Marriage system, different types of marriage, commercial marriage, dual marriage. So this is monogamy is different from sologamy. Monogamy is different from sologamy. Divorce rate is very increasing. Earlier, divorce means a kind of social taboo. Identified, this woman was divorced, this guy was divorced. Now it has become very, very normal. I just had divorce, yeah, that's it. Avuna, okay. Avuna, okay. Mundu divorce అయిపోయిందంటే ఇక పెద్ద డిస్కషన్ అది. ఇప్పుడు very common. Very, very common. Earlier marriage means parents used to go and give wedding cards, distribute to family. Inka you are in rural also, you should come. But ego matters in distribution, right? You gave to them, you did not give to us, we won't come. And you have to give the physical form of wedding card to everyone, at least post to them. But now, your wedding card systems, very less. WhatsApp, screenshot, call, video call. I am getting married, please come. అదొక వీడియో పెడుతురు. అది ఏమంటారు దాన్ని, ప్రీ వెడ్డింగ్ షూట్. ఆమెకి ఇట్లా వరగెత్తుకొని పోతుంది, వాడు ఇట్లా దగ్గర పడుకొని వస్తాడు, మళ్ళీ కెమెరా ఇటు పోతుంది, మళ్ళీ ఈ మాట వరుగుతుంది, రిటర్న్ కొంచెం చూసి నవ్వమ్మా అంటారు, మళ్ళీ రిటర్న్ చూసి నవ్వుతుంది. సో మ్యారేజ్ సిస్టమ్ అగైన్, మళ్ళీ వెడ్డింగ్ సెరమనీ. Now there's a new concept of marriage, destination marriage. People will go to some place, they don't want to bring more society members, they won't want to get highlight. So all these things will study in this concept of marriage. Nothing new. What all we see in the society, the same thing we'll be reading here, and the same thing you'll study in your GS. All right. Next, social change in modern society. It is very important because most essay topics come from this chapter. Chapter number 10. Most essay topics comes from chapter number 10. Development and dependency. And the direct statement is third. Leda education. Can education bring a social change? Direct statement is third. You have to write 1500 to 1800 words రాయాలి. 1500 to 1800 words రాయాలి. ఇంకా దానికన్నా ఎక్కువనే రాస్తాం మనం సోషాలజీలో. Around 3600 to 3800 words రాస్తాం content. So that will not make you very much difficult in attempting essay. ఇంకా బాగానే రాస్తావు. So education, social change, agents of social change అంటే what are the agents which are making sociological changes in the society? చెప్పండి agents, ఒక రెండు agents చెప్పండి. What are the agents which bring sociological changes in a society? Money, okay, very good. Employment, okay. Women education, skill education, very true. Technology, అన్నీ ఒక సైడ్. Occupation, అన్నీ ఒక సైడ్. Most important factor which has made to bring a social change. ఇట్లాంటి రాసే వాళ్ళకి ఎక్కువ పాయింట్స్ పడతాయి. ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఎందుకు 312, 315, 320 తెచ్చుకుంటారు? దే ఆర్ థింకింగ్ సంథింగ్ బియాండ్. what will bring a very important social change? What made the society to bring important social change is constitution. Constitution since 1950 and its implementation has made important sociological change. Before 1950, after 1950, fundamental rights, DPSPs, fundamental duties. Do we all have fundamental rights? Obviously, yes. If it violates, then we can happily go and knock the doors of judiciary. My fundamental right is violated. We don't have this before 1950. This is one very most important social change. All right. So all this we'll be studying in our chapter number 10. And the last one is science, technology and social change. Now, the name of the paper 2 itself, they have mentioned it as Indian Society Structure and Change. Indian Society. That means especially will be concentrating on Indian society. Simple. What we will study, sir? What you studied in paper 1? Stratification, labor, science, technology, social change, constitutional social change, religion, family, marriage, same thing, Indian perspective. That's it. So the first chapter, it includes the 3 important thinkers. As I have told you, G.S. Ghure, M.N. Srinivas and A.R. 3 thinkers here, 6 thinkers in paper 1. Together they are, that's it, close. What are their perspective? I told you like Indologists. What do you mean by Indologists? Studying about India. They are called as Indologists. All 3 have studied India, Indian perspective and developed their theories. ఒకళ్ళు caste గురించి మాట్లాడతారు. Few of them will talk about tribes. Few of them will talk about wealth. Few of them will talk about untouchability, commensality, blood relation, development activities, women, role of women. Few of them will talk about temple entry. Like such, their subjects are being categorized. It's very easy. కొన్ని cheat codes పెట్టుకోవాలా. 1 or 2 thinkers will దీని గురించే మాట్లాడినరు. They spoke about only these things. Then remaining you can write very easy. Actually, Indian thinkers, they are only 3 and they are 10 to 20 times easier than Western thinkers. Western thinkers చాలా simple. కానీ ఇది ఇంకా easy. Next, impact of colonial rule. We just explained you, in the morning also explained you. Colonial role, what does it made an impact? So it made an impact. I gave you few important points. Archaeological survey, geological survey. I told you about banks, railways, infrastructure. The same thing we will be studying here. Social background, modernization, Protestant movements, social reform. Do the Protestant movements took place during the Britishers? Obviously, yes. Indigo revolt, tribal revolt, peasant revolt. So all this we'll be studying in this part. Next, B, social structure. We'll be studying about rural and agrarian. Rural and agrarian, caste system, futures of caste system and untouchability. Untouchability concept lo we'll be studying about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Baba Sahib Ambedkar, his perspectives of Mahatma Gandhi. Same thing ethics lo రాయండి. ఇక్కడ ఏమేం చదువుతారో పర్స్పెక్టివ్స్, క్యాస్ట్ గురించి, యాప్టిట్యూడ్ గురించి, యాటిట్యూడ్ గురించి, సేమ్ థింగ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు పిక్. ఎక్స్ట్రా వర్క్ ఏం చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఇంకా వీళ్ళకన్నా పెద్ద థింకర్స్ ఎవరు ఉండరు. యూ కెన్ యూజ్ దెమ్ అండ్ రైట్ డౌన్ ఇన్ యువర్ ఎథిక్స్ కేస్ స్టడీస్లో రాసుకోవచ్చు. నెక్స్ట్, సోషల్ ఇష్యూస్ ఈజ్ ద థర్డ్ వన్. ట్రైబల్ కమ్యూనిటీస్ ఇన్ ఇండియా, ట్రైబల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, geographical problems, colonial policies, issues of integration and autonomy. Here we'll study who are called as tribes. Why are they geographically not belonging to one location? Who are called as PVTGs? Who are called as PVTGs? Particular vulnerable tribal groups ni PVTGs antaru. PVTGs ante evaru? Those set of people who are absolutely poor, unrecognized. They are called as PVTGs. Not all tribes are PVTGs, but PVTGs are tribes. So PVTGs, why did I call them PVTGs? Because they are placed remotely in a place where a basic things cannot be met. food, infrastructure, banking facility, telecom, education, proper housing. You don't have anything. They stay in a very remote areas. And I cannot bring them into main society because they are the nature lovers. And we are not here to disturb their relation with the nature. ఇప్పుడు నేనేం చేయాలి? What is there in the mainstream society? Try to bring those in their society. So there are 75 PVTGs in our country. How many? 75 are there. Very, very important. 75 PVTGs across different states in our country. Odisha has been with most number of PVTGs. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana has PVTGs, Kondareddis. Andaman Nicobar has PVTGs, Shompen tribe. Nicobaris, Sentinelese. Is it clear? So these are the different tribes who are being given the status of PVTG. PVTG వీళ్ళని ఎందుకు ఐడెంటిఫై చేశారు? Basic essentials కూడా ఉండవు. So we brought some schemes. PM Janman. Prime Minister introduced PM Janman so that the main society, what benefit they are having, Aadhaar, ration, food security, education, electricity, such kind of things will be given to them without displacing them. Don't disturb them. So they are called as PVT. Such kind of very interesting thing comes under tribal communities. Put case studies. What are the different case studies we can study? You put PVTG is one case study. We can study the case studies of Bishnoi. Bishnoi are the one who have filed case against Salman Khan. They are nature lovers. They are nature lovers. If they will harm the nature, they will rebel. They won't leave you. Even next to 20 years, they won't leave you. Bills disintegrate అయిపోయారు because of British. Like proper location లేదు. So they are talking about Bhil Pradesh. ఒక separate state ఇవ్వండి. So this is one case study. This is the third case study. There are certain tribes who are called as habitual offenders. Habitual offenders అంటే ఎవరు? Those set of people repeated crime. Those tribes who have made repeated crimes during the British. ఆ టైంలో బ్రిటిష్ కోర్ట్ అండ్ ద బ్రిటిష్ గవర్నమెంట్ వీళ్ళను హ్యాబిచువల్ ఒఫెండర్స్ అని దే ఐడెంటిఫైడ్ దెమ్. అని వీళ్ళకు మెయిన్ స్ట్రీమ్లో రానియారు. ప్రోగ్రామ్ స్కీమ్స్ బెనిఫిట్స్ ఉండవు. సబ్సిడీస్ ఎలాంటి స్కీమ్స్ బెనిఫిట్స్ ఉండవు. దే ఆర్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ హ్యాబిచువల్ ఒఫెండర్స్ అంటారు వీటిని. అండ్ దే ఆర్ యాక్చువల్లీ పనిష్డ్. Even now people are getting punished for what their forefathers have done. And they are not being recognized under employment, education, etc. Is it correct? Someone who have done during the British's time, you are having that taboo. A taboo carry చేసుకుని నేను బయటికి వెళ్తున్నా. What the people say, ఎంత కష్టపడినా అంతే, గవర్నమెంట్ will not recognize. రీసెంట్ గా తీసేసారు. What the tag your forefathers used to have as an habitual offender, government has removed that and gave them the fundamental right equal to other tribes, giving them benefit in education and employment. So this all set up people try to celebrate a particular day where they got actual freedom. So we will be studying about who are called as habitual offenders, who commit heinous crimes. Did you watch Khaki movie? Khaki movie you have watched? Karthi is an hero. He plays a role of an inspector or police officer. Starting 2 minutes low, introduction, starting 2 minutes low, they will explain. These are the tribes who travel from one place to other place, committing some heinous crime. You movie you should you must have the idea. And he gave the names of you. They will perform or make certain heinous crimes. They run away from one place to other place. Someone in that age has done, and I am being punished now. Is it correct? So such case studies we have to mention in your GS, in your essay, and also in your sociology. In ఒక్క case study newspaper లో చదివితే where all I can use sociology, I can use ethics, I can use GS paper 1, I can use and a case study దగ్గర నువ్వు రాసుకొని పెట్టుకోవాలి. నెక్స్ట్ social classes, agrarian, industrial and middle classes, different classes what we have in our society. Next, social change in modern society, development and dependency, agents of social change, education and social change, science, technology and society. Is this repeated with which paper? Paper 1, chapter number 10. Last chapter you look at social change in modern India. Section C, third chapter, social change in modern society. So both here we will club and study. Will not be studying individually. Club చేసి ఒక చాప్టర్ లాగానే చదువుతారు. నెక్స్ట్, సిస్టమ్ ఆఫ్ కిన్షిప్ ఇన్ ఇండియా, చాప్టర్ నంబర్ 5. సిస్టమ్ ఆఫ్ కిన్షిప్, కొన్ని టాపిక్స్ మిస్ అయ్యాయి, ఐ విల్ అరేంజ్ దెమ్ అగైన్. సిస్టమ్ ఆఫ్ కిన్షిప్ ఇన్ ఇండియా, సేమ్ థింగ్, ఫ్యామిలీ, మ్యారేజ్ ఎక్సెట్రా. వాట్ వి స్టడీ ఇన్ పేపర్ 1 9th చాప్టర్, పేపర్ 1 9th చాప్టర్ అండ్ పేపర్ 2 5th చాప్టర్ ఆఫ్ సిస్టమ్ ఆఫ్ కిన్షిప్ ఇన్ ఇండియా. ఇవి రెండు క్లబ్ చేసి చదవాలి. నెక్స్ట్, రిలీజియన్ అండ్ సొసైటీ, religious commodities in India, problems of religious minorities. This will be clubbing with 8th chapter and chadavali. So 8th, 9th, 10th will be clubbed with your C section and we have to study. అందుకే it makes sociology as very very limited. అందుకే 4.5 months లో కవర్ చేయవచ్చు సింపుల్ గా. నెక్స్ట్, విజన్స్ ఆఫ్ సోషల్ చేంజ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా. విజన్ ఆఫ్ సోషల్ చేంజ్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఐడియా ఆఫ్ డెవలప్మెంట్, ప్లానింగ్ అండ్ మిక్స్డ్ ఎకానమీ, constitution, law on social change, education and social change, which will match with what? Social change chapter number 3 in C section and also chapter number 10 in paper 1. Paper 1 chapter number 10, section C 3 and section C chapter number 1. Next, rural and agrarian transformation in India. This is completely about agriculture, bonded modes of production, green revolution, etc. So in general, సోషాలజీలో సపరేట్గా అగ్రికల్చర్ అని ఒక టాపిక్ చెప్తాను. అది ఆల్మోస్ట్ 1 to 2 weeks చెప్తాను. బేసిక్ ఆఫ్ అగ్రికల్చర్ విచ్ విల్ బి యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ యువర్ జిఎస్ ఆల్సో, ప్రిలిమ్స్ ఆల్సో అండ్ ఆల్సో జిఎస్, ఎస్ఏ అండ్ పేపర్ 2. సో ఇలా ఫ్లోలో చెప్తాను. సో దట్ అగ్రికల్చర్ బేసిక్ నుంచి ఎలాబరేటెడ్ కంటెంట్ వరకు యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ ఎ వెరీ గ్రేట్ ఐడియా. అండ్ సోషాలజీ ఇందులో గ్రీన్ రెవల్యూషన్, ల్యాండ్ రిఫార్మ్స్, కమ్యూనిటీ డెవలప్మెంట్, నీతి ఆయోగ్, ప్లానింగ్ కమిషన్, what are the agriculture reforms we get to see, what are the agriculture topics which we have in a paper 2, అన్ని రిలేట్ చేసి ఒకటే ప్లేస్లో we will be studying about agriculture. Agriculture I will be teaching you, rural development I will be teaching you and remaining topics of paper 2. Next, industrialization and urbanization. This is about informal sector, child labor, slums, working class, urban settlements, etc. Here, if you look at section C, chapter number 2, social classes in India, there you have industrial class sector, middle classes. E will be linked to industrial classes, slums and deprivation, growth of urban settlements, etc. Informal sector and child labor, ఇవన్నీ కోరిలేట్ చేసి చదవాలి. నెక్స్ట్, పాలిటిక్స్ అండ్ సొసైటీ. We have in paper 2, 4th one, politics and society. In paper 1, it is chapter number 7. Politics and society, we have to interlink again with paper 1 and paper 2. Next, social movements in modern India. Social movements, different movements, very interesting topic. ఇది మనకు సోషల్ జస్టిస్లో వస్తుంది. Social movements, women movements, ethnic movements, environmental movement, farmers movement, all this will be studying in the social movements. Next, population dynamics. It is morning Indian society lo start chesam, that is called as what? Demography. So demography topics, what all we will study in Indian society and social justice, the same is chapter number 6. So population, components of population, population policy and emerging issues. What are the emerging? ఇంక దీనికన్నా ఎక్కువ చదువుతాం. మైగ్రేషన్ అనేది, హయ్యర్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అనేది, ఇంటర్నల్ అండ్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ మైగ్రేషన్ అనేది, ఓకే, అండ్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ ఫ్యాక్టర్స్ లీడింగ్ టు మైగ్రేషన్. సో సిలబస్లో ఇచ్చిన దానికన్నా విల్ బి స్టడింగ్ మోర్ ఇన్ సోషాలజీ. అండ్ లాస్ట్ challenges of social transformation, development, displacement, poverty, violence against women, caste, ethnic conflicts, illiteracy and disparity in education. So when you read paper 2, when you read paper 2 syllabus, what is that came into your mind? What did it came into your mind when you read paper 2 syllabus? Most topics are repeated. First point. Within paper 2, topics are repeated. So whichever the topics are repeated, elaborate Jesu will all study the topics at one place. And paper 2 topics are again related with what? Your paper 1. Family, marriage, religion, displacement, social change, even interrelated. Next, these topics are also interrelated with what? Your essay and general studies. So that is the only reason why we will try to finish sociology in few minutes. While we finish sociology in few months is a reason there is a great correlation of sociology of paper 1 and paper 2 and also with the GS. Okay. So I have given you what are the books to be followed and what is that trend we will go. And lastly, we'll start with paper 1, chapter number 1. Whenever our classes will begin, paper 1, chapter number 1, sloga cheptanu. And you'll write a test. Immediately, we will go to chapter number 4. That is how I'll teach. Because you guys should have very great knowledge on thinkers. Once you have got great knowledge on thinkers, it will be useful in every area. Then paper 2, thinkers. Paper 1 thinkers over, paper 2 thinkers. All thinkers I'll teach at one place. Once it is done, then immediately we'll go to combination topics. Religion, family, marriage, politics, everything I'll teach at one place. Once this is done, ee thinkers vaadta untam malli. What Karl Marx said, adi revision laga ayipotadi classes lo. Then individual topics which are not related, we will try to finish those. Agriculture, rural development, Niti Aayog, etc. We will be finishing in around 4 months. And daily oka answer you can practice, or at the end of the chapter you can practice, or I'll conduct test and you will write a test so that classes ayye lopu you will have 1 revision, 2 revision with micro notes and you will have a test. Test of all the chapters what earlier batches have done. You will do it in the same way. Once that is done, you can take again mentorship. Again you can find test series. Put me previous batches all how they are writing exams now. Test series exams. You should be in that position. Prior to that, you should be in a position to daily, regularly write an answer, develop your answer. End of the chapter, you should be in a position to write one test. That is how is the structure of sociology. Okay, chalo. Now it's your turn to ask what all are there with me. I have given an orientation. I hope you understood the syllabus, the scheme of the exam with respect to sociology, and how sociology is very much simple, and how do people score, and how do people score, and why they score more in sociology. Any doubt? No doubts. Full understood or fully understood? Huh. No doubt. No. I'll give you a minute time. You can ask any doubt. Don't ask tough questions. Previous batches అడిగినట్టు ఇంజనీరింగ్ చేసి సోషాలజీ ఎలా ఇట్లాంటి అడగొద్దు. మీరు ఇంజనీరింగ్ చేసి ఎకానమీ చెప్తున్నారు అదే ఎలా? ఇంజనీరింగ్ చేస్తే ఏదైనా చేయవచ్చు, ఇంజనీరింగ్ తప్ప. సో యూ కెన్ డూ ఎనీథింగ్. క్లియర్? ఎస్, దట్స్ ట్రూ. దట్స్ ట్రూ. యా, వీఆర్ సోషాలజీ స్టూడెంట్స్ కాబట్టి వీఆర్ ఇన్ రియల్ ఇన్ సొసైటీ. సో వీ టేక్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. చలో, ఎనీ డౌట్స్? No doubts. Why so serious? It's an orientation. You can take anything. Okay? Chalo. I'll summarize. Good. I won't say anything about that. It's up to you. Which one? Lot of people have an conclusion and confusion. Only is these two optionals. This or there. And they'll go there and they'll come here. The statement I gave at the starting, is an answer to that question. They'll go there to one pillar, they'll come to other pillar. So in the process of one pillar to other pillar, there's a time of around 15 to 20 days and they'll come back again. Okay, so this is very limited syllabus. Very, very limited syllabus, and correlation is very high. Correlation is very high. How it is useful for essay, how it is useful for GS, and within a subject or paper and paper 2, lot of chapters are interrelated. That makes you to be very, very simplified and very easier. Okay, is it answers to your question? Okay, chalo. This toughest question is when you compare with other optional, then I have to zip. Because I cannot talk about any other optional and comparison. But in sociology chapter number 1, we have comparison of sociology with other subjects. Andlo bhayankaram chepta. Sociology compare with political science. Sociology compare with anthropology. Sociology compare with mathematics, economy, medicine. Even is avtam. Chinna short paragraphs rastam. Andlo cheppagelta. Chalo, done. Next. Come on. Same question. No questions. Done. Chalo. So take the optional as per your choice and take your time. Don't rush. Because optional plays a very important role. మీరు ఏ ఆప్షనల్ అని తీసుకోండి అమ్మా. జిఎస్లో అయినా ప్రిలిమ్స్లో అయినా ఐల్ డెఫినెట్లీ సపోర్ట్ యూ. అండ్ సోషాలజీ అయితే డెఫినెట్లీ ఇంకా ఫుల్ ఫ్లెడ్జ్ ఉంటుంది అలా ప్రివిలేజెస్. అండ్ డెఫినెట్లీ ఫర్ మెయిన్స్, ఆన్సర్ రైటింగ్, ఫర్ జిఎస్, essay and prelims, you're always welcome. Okay, and it should be your decision. All right, it should be only your decision. It's not like someone said and you have taken, and later after a few period of time you sit in your library study hall, you should not feel that what am I doing, did I do a mistake? Feeling aithe undakudadu. You should not get that. You take any optional ma, but have a strong belief that you can sail through that optional. UPSC lo annitkana most important is selection of optional. Oka reel kuda chesina. UPSC lo most important thing, step is choosing one optional. ఏ ఆప్షనల్ తీసుకోవాలి అనేది ఇట్స్ అ డిఫికల్ట్ టాస్క్. టేక్ ద మోస్ట్ ట్రెండింగ్ ఆప్షనల్ ఏవేవి ఉన్నాయో పెట్టుకొని అందులో వాట్ యూ వాంట్ అనేది కొంచెం యూట్యూబ్ పక్కన పెట్టి, ఓకే, యూట్యూబ్ని కొంచెం యూజ్ చేసుకోకుండా యూట్యూబ్ని పక్కన పెట్టి కొంచెం డిసైడ్ అవుతే దట్ కుడ్ బి వెరీ మచ్ బెటర్. ఓకే, అండ్ యూ షుడ్ స్టాండ్ ఆన్ ఇట్. బికాజ్ ఇదేదో కోచింగ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఐఎమ్ డన్ అనేది కాదు కదా. ద కోచింగ్ ఈజ్ డన్ అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ యూ హూ హ్యావ్ టు స్టడీ and how critical it is and how technical it is, avi kuda matter avutayi, and how simple it is, how theoretical it is, idi kuda matter avutayi. GS lo already చదువుతున్నా, it is so hectic. ఈ ఆప్షనల్ తీస్తే మళ్ళీ ఇదేం టెక్నికల్గా ఉంది, ఇవన్నీ మళ్ళీ క్లోజ్ చేసి ఏంద్రా ఇది ఎట్లా వచ్చినా ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినా అని చెప్పేసి ఈ డైరెక్షన్ ఆ డైరెక్షన్లో కాకుండా రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద డే వన్ మేక్ ఇట్ యాజ్ వెరీ వెరీ సింపుల్, వెరీ సింపుల్. And what I studied got reflected. I'm happy. I wrote, I came back. Don't make research. Extra research is very costly. It will trouble you. So you should take your own decision. Clear? Should take your own decision. Stick with the decision. All right? And make sure that you have to travel. Idedo 3 months kaado. It may take 1 year also, 2 years also, 3 years kuda padachu. We all wish that you clear in 1 year. We don't know what will happen. So అందులో మనతో ట్రావెల్ అయ్యేది ఏది? జిఎస్ అందరికీ కామనే. మనకు ట్రావెల్ అయ్యేది మన నోట్స్, మన హ్యాండ్ నోట్స్, అవర్ హార్డ్ వర్క్ ఆఫ్ ఆప్షనలే. సో దట్స్ వై choose very wisely and it should be your decision. Okay, chalo, take care. Thank you, and we'll meet again. Your optional classes will start very soon. Okay, and you can attend the classes and you can decide, or enroll directly. You can enroll. It's up to you. Take care and read the syllabus properly. Syllabus చదవండి, you will get an idea. Correlations చదవండి, you will get an idea. Previous questions చూడండి, you will get an idea. Scores చూడండి, you will get an idea. Take care. Thank you. If you still have any doubts, if you want to ask, I'll be here and you can ask those doubts. Chalo. Thank you so much.